Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking through some of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Thursday, March the 3rd. We do have a decent sized slate for a Thursday. Normally Thursdays are not days where we have a lot of NBA games, but we got 7 games tonight. Most of the props are already posted for Prizepicks. Like most of the teams have already been posted on the board. There are a few teams that are still not available, like some of the Hawks guys are not up. Some of the Toronto guys are not up. Like the Sacramento San Antonio game, there's nobody available in that game yet either. But most of the props are available, and there are 2 picks that I do like that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, when it comes to the amount of picks I've been giving out, I've been giving around 3 each video. I know in my first video I gave 4. I think it's going to vary from day to day. Definitely going to give at least 2 picks every day. Some days we might do 3 on the bigger slates where there's a lot of props, and if there's a lot that I like, then maybe we'll do 4. But for this video specifically, I have 2 picks circled that I do like that we will talk about. Yesterday, we gave out 3 picks once again. We went 2-1 on our 3 picks. We hit on Chris Middleton over points, hit very, very early. I think it actually hit in the first half. So that was definitely a play that did well. Domantas Sabonis fantasy points did hit really late. It was kind of a sweat. He got subbed out late in the fourth quarter. Didn't think he was going to come back in because it was looking like it was going to be a blowout. And then they brought Sabonis back into the game. He grabbed a rebound right before he got subbed out, which put him over his fantasy points. So Sabonis hit, and then Chris Middleton hit as well. The one guy that didn't hit was James Harden, assist. He finished with 9 assists. I should have took a look at like how many potential assists he had yesterday just to see if he got unlucky. I felt like every time I turned the game on, Harden was passing it to somebody and they were missing it. Like Harden could have had 11 assists yesterday, but he only finished with 9. So that pick did not hit. We went 2-1 yesterday. I got 2 picks though that I do like today, and hopefully we can go 2-0 today. Can get a little sweep and get a win for today's slate. But again, before we get started with the breakdown, talking through these picks, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. I always do appreciate the likes. If you are new to the channel here and you have not yet, make sure to click that subscribe button as well. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers, and hopefully we'll maybe hit that by the end of March. I know since I've been making these Prizepicks videos, I've seen a lot of new faces on the channel. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed these. I will continue to make these Prizepicks videos daily, Monday through Friday. Try and getting them up around 11:30, 12 Eastern each day. And then lastly, if you're new and you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, you can actually sign up and use my promo code Noah. That will give you a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. If you bet player props on DraftKings Sportsbook or any other sportsbook, you can try out Prizepicks. They're a little bit different than a sportsbook. You're not getting juiced on props, so you can bet like really heavy favorites and not be penalized for that on Prizepicks. There's no juice. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. So if you want to check out Prizepicks, sign up, use code Noah. Again, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But we got 2 picks for today that I like. We're going to start off in the points category, 1 points prop, and then we have an assist prop that we're going to talk about as well. In the points prop, I'm taking over 22.5 points for Zach LaVine. This is one prop that did kind of stand out to me at first look. Really, really like this matchup for Zach LaVine against Atlanta. Atlanta so far this season, they have been a pretty bad defensive team. Looking at defensive rating on the year, they have the 26th, they're ranked 26th in defensive rating, which is basically 4th or 5th worst in the league, only behind the Rockets, Kings, Blazers, and Pistons. So the Hawks have been one of the worst defensive teams on the season. And if you actually look at DVP, like I don't factor in DVP too heavily just because basketball at this point is becoming like positionless. Even though Zach LaVine's technically a shooting guard, like he can play the 3. They can go smaller. He can play the 4. But if you actually do look at shooting guard position, so far the Hawks are allowing the second most points to the shooting guard position this season. 23.5 points per game allowed to shooting guards, only behind the Kings. I think the matchup sets up really well for LaVine. I think the line on this prop is too low as well. I think his prop line should be maybe 23.5, 24.5. I know he's gone under this in 2 out of his last 5, or he's only hit this in 2 out of his last 5. Obviously the All-Star game, I'm not going to factor that one in, but he did hit his points prop in the game before the Minnesota game. I think they played Charlotte that day, and he hit his points prop that day. He's only hit this line in 2 out of his last 5 games, but there's a few things that kind of catch my eye. So first off, these teams have played 3 times this season, and LaVine did go over his points prop in 2 out of the 3 games they played against Atlanta. I don't think that's super important, but for what it's worth, he did have 30 points. First time they played Atlanta, they played them. They played them 2 days later, and he had 25 points then. And then they recently played Atlanta about a week ago, and Zach LaVine had 20 points. But I think he's averaging over 24 points per game. I know his points have been a little bit down lately, but he's still taking a good amount of shots. I mean, he's averaging still like 14, 15, 16 shots per game over his last 5 games. As long as he can be somewhat efficient from the field, I think given how good the matchup is, how Atlanta has struggled to defend shooting guards this year, I think it's a really good spot for LaVine. We've seen DeMar DeRozan go off he's been unstoppable lately. We don't know really what Atlanta's game plan is coming into this game. Maybe they try and double team DeRozan. I don't know if that's really going to work, but maybe we could see Atlanta force more defense onto DeRozan. It could allow for more opportunity for maybe someone like Zach LaVine. I think over 22.5 points for Zach LaVine is a prop that I do like quite a bit today. That's definitely one that stood out to me at first look. And then in the assist category, going to take a guy that I normally don't take on assists, but I think his assist line is just too low, and that is Jason Tatum. So over 4 assists for Jason Tatum, I really, really like today. You can actually take a look at his assist percentage this season. So Jaylen Brown is out today, obviously, and then I took Josh Richardson off the court because he's no longer on the team. I took Dennis Schroeder off the court because he's no longer on the team. Jason Tatum has played 206 minutes this season without Jaylen Brown, Josh Richardson, or Dennis Schroeder on the floor. He's got a 31% assist percentage. It's not a super, super big sample, but 31% assist percentage in 206 minutes for Tatum. His assist percentage on the season is like 19%, so it sees a big jump up with these guys off the floor. Obviously, his usage sees a big bump as well. Like, we know Tatum is going to dominate the usage tonight without Jaylen Brown. And, if by some chance Memphis comes out and tries to double team Tatum, that's going to be good for assists because anytime guys are getting double teamed, they're forced to pass. And, it's easy for guys to get more assists when they're just having to pass it more. So I think over 4 assists for Jason Tatum is easily doable here. I mean, he's hit this in 3 out of his last 5. He pushed in one of those games, and then he came up 1 short against Indiana. And I think that Indiana game was actually a blowout, if I remember correctly. I want to take a look at that real quick. The Indiana game, they lost by 21, and Tatum only played 34 minutes. So, maybe if he plays out his whole fourth quarter, gets those 3-4 extra minutes, maybe he gets another assist in that game. I think this game should stay close. Tatum should have massive usage tonight without Jaylen Brown, and his assist percentage sees a big spike with Jaylen Brown, and then obviously Schroeder and Josh Richardson off the floor too. They're going to run their offense through Tatum. He's going to get plenty of opportunities for assists. He's going to just have the ball in his hands plenty. Over 4 assists, I think worst case scenario, Tatum pushes and finishes with 4 assists, but I think he can easily get us, over 4, get 5, 6, 7 assists. I mean, he's gone over this line, I want to say in like 6 or 7 out of his last 10 games. So his last 10 games, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5, 4, and 7. So he's basically hit this, and I think like 6 out of his last 10, and then he's pushed in like 2 of those games. He's only gone under this prop like twice. He had 3 assists against Indiana, and then he had 3 assists against Atlanta. Other than that, he's either pushed or gone over in all those other 10 games. So I think it's a good spot for Tatum. Usage is going to be massive. I think he can get us 4 assists, if not more. Worst case scenario, he pushes here, but I definitely like over 4 assists for Jason Tatum today to pair with over 22.5 points for Zach LaVine. This will be kind of the official 2 pick for this video. After I get off this video, I'm going to go ahead and put this entry in for myself. I'll have other entries that I do play as well. I'll share some other picks I do like over on Patreon. So if you guys do enjoy these videos and they have helped you and you want to get access to more of my Prizepicks content, my other DFS content too, you want to get in our Discord chat, that is all available for Patreon members. You can check that out. It's linked down below in the description. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully we can go 2-0 tonight, win some money. I feel pretty good about these 2 props, just kind of at first look. And these are 2 that definitely stood out to me when I kind of took a look at the board early on. But yeah, guys, best of luck tonight. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you did enjoy, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.